Hello everyone, welcome to Motorsport Manager, a game about being a manager in a racing team. So, I'm going to load my game. I have planned to do 3 videos of tips and how to play the game. Some tips are important, others are not that important. But I have played, I think, enough right now to give some tips. So I have finished a race. Oops, sorry. I'm already racing in the. It's the Formula One. This is there are 3 divisions. This is the highest, the number one. I bring a team that was in Formula 3. It's the European Championship. This is the lowest one. We start here in season 1. I managed to reach to the Asian Pacific. It's GP2. And then I reached the Formula 1, that is the World Motorsport Championship. If you see the prize money that one receives, it's a lot bigger in Formula 1. If I could, yes I could. If I go see the year I was here, I'm not, was not in was not in this division. Okay, in 2006, yeah, I raced with these 2 racers. Right now, this guy was, interesting. We made the most points in the year, and we managed to get the promotion to the next division. We have always the option to not promote, but I take the chance and I did well. In the Asian Pacific, now I understand what happened here. Just go back. Okay, this was my other driver. If you sum the points, you will reach 405 points. The problem is that in the end of the season I dismissed this pilot and bring another pilot into my team. So this was the Asian Pacific. This was Rodriguez. He made 112 points and didn't make points. Oops. No, I have this pilot right now, but in reality my pilot in the end of the season, but my pilot was this one that I dismiss in the end of the season, and this is changed. I think they need to fix this up. As you see, comparing with the other division, it's in the European racing, it's quite important to have 2 good cars. If you want to promote, doing with just one, it's not going to work, because to promote, it's the points of the team, and you see every team got a lot of points, because on the rules, in the rules of that time, the points, like first place get 20 points, second gets 19 points, third 18 points. So it's all points for all drivers. Unless this rule is changed, in the European racing, all teams are going to make points. So it's quite important to have 2 good drivers, not 2 good drivers, but making points each, putting your drivers in well positions, and I managed to do that with my two starting drivers. They weren't really that good. I think this one was better than this one, but it worked. And they got 2 wins, 4 wins in my team. Like Garuda Racing was a better team, I have to say, but we have managed to make a good racing. In the Asian Pacific, you have qualifying, something that you don't have in the European series, and in comparing with the other division, this is a division that you need a good driver and a good car just for that driver. The second driver is not going to make any points. If you see, the Spirit has 92 points in the end of the season, and I hope there's another here. I don't know, but I remember very well that they have changed probably. Spirit, I can't see, but they just made 92 with this driver. Okay, so don't, because only the 6 first positions get the points, and you need, and the first is 10, the second is 6, the third is 4, and until 6 is all just 1 point. So in this case it's important to have wins and get a good car, just one good car, and with just that good car you could level up. You don't need the second, it's just to entertain and do what I did, is having a paid driver that gives me money just to race, so it's a good option. And the Motorsport, the Formula 1, let's say. My team is not that strong, you will see, but I managed to, with Rodriguez, make some points, and I'm already in 7th place compared with the top teams. Like, this is Vettel, is incredible, has great stats. This well, these are earnings. Okay, so it's quite hard to make to work, because we cannot start from Division 3 to Division 1 and expecting to win already. So this is the home. There's nothing much to see here. If my objective is to make 8th place or above in the team, already I have the 7th place, so I'm on target, and just the last one, the 10th place, gets demoted to the agent, the GP2. Okay, so this is my stats. This is increase when I do well in races and decrease when I do poorly, so I have done a good job so far. Financial is, if I'm on the greens, I get my stat improves. If I'm on the red, I decrease. Yes, I have been on the red. It's okay for a while, just to build some stuff. I will show the financial later. Annuality is if I stand with my my staff, my drivers, and don't keep firing them all, but it's not that important. These are my trophies that I win. Yeah, World Championships, and I'm not going to win this year, but I think I did a good job. 7 wins, that with just Rodriguez, yeah, and 4 wins in the European racing. European is quite different because they don't have qualifying, so if you have the first position in the championship, you start the next race on the last place on the grid, so you need to pass all the cars to reach the first place, and sometimes it's hard. This is the mail. I made something bad that I will show right now, just in a moment, but a part that was not approved by the GMA was banned. I get let's see if I get yep. So I need to pay some money, and that fit doesn't cannot use that part anymore in the game, because it was not in the rules of the game, so you could cheat just a bit. So let's give some answers to this paper. Seem very testing weekend for Rafael Rodriguez. Yes, so this will increase or decrease morale. Yeah, I think it's for a team that is working out, getting some points. It's quite bad that we have these questions, because he's never going to end with the current car. But this is the right answer. It doesn't decrease the morale, and this one is just for the money right now. He's a good driver. Yes, pays money, so it's okay. So this is my HQ. I have a lot of stuff that I'm building. I'm making a lot of money each race, probably 3 millions, and I'm being able to build some stuff. And the purpose of this video was because I have updated my factory, and some stuffs I would be able to show in this video. So the factory in just 1 hour will be operational, level 3 in the case. Like new buildings, I could build, this is improving already. This improves the parts that I could build on brakes, a better part of brakes I could build. Great engines, and you will see very soon. This is scouting. I have to say, I don't spend money so far. It's cheap, but I don't know if it's even important to build. I avoid it. This gives us money, but we need level 4 and level 4 to factories and design centers, so you are very far behind to build this. The upgrades, so I cannot build upgrades for this right now, but I could build upgrades, and you see 8 million, 6 millions. It's quite hard to have the money right now, but I'm trying to build. It also improves each building improves something to our drivers or to our staff, like the driving cornering and smoothness, consistency, adaptability, fitness and focus, and staff centers. So this also improves our staff stats. This is quite important. I start already with level 2. I need to recommend. I don't see the point to build in level 3, but this is quite important to have. And I don't know how much is level 1 and level 2, but I have to say, in some races, knowing that was going to start raining and we're going to stop raining, help a lot in some races and allow me to win. The wind tunnel and the telemetry center. This is a helipad that gives 5-star sponsors unlocks, and it's useful right now. This gives us money, but already start in the beginning each race. So this was the HQ, nothing much to see. Going to go to the scouts. What I recommend from the start is the scout just do the drivers. So what I did was put him scouting a lot of drivers, special youngsters, and I start with some that weren't even with the team and the European Racing Series, because if you start the game in the first European Racing Series, drivers in the Asian Pacific are not going to want to join your team or the World Motorsport Championship. It's beneath you, it's beneath them, so they don't want to join. So I started researching these guys and see if I could get some good racers. Okay. If I go to all, right now I have already researched most of them in 3 seasons, and I almost finished with the drivers, the oldest ones, so it's okay. These are our finances. Each race we gain 2 million, so it's going to decrease because each building that we build, but each building has a cost and increase every single time that we do some upgrades. So you have better stuff, but at the same time you earn less money. So this is our team. As you could see, my car is considered the worst. My drivers are in 7th place. My headquarters is 8th place, staff 5, and sponsors 6. But because I don't have right now some sponsors, my level went down. But this arrow is the average. So in staff we are okay, drivers we are okay, car is our problem, but we have managed to make some monies. So I'm going to go for the drivers right now and explain some of the details of the drivers. So these are the drivers traits. Some are permanent, others are temporary. Temporary will end a couple of time, and the permanent are forever. Until this day I didn't see them going away. So this driver has less morale, but right now his morale is 100%. Yep, 100%, because recent change made him improve, like the good race on Singapore and Vancouver. This interview that I just did improved his morale in 5. So this is not bad if you are doing well with that driver. This is good. He wants to win trophies before retiring. This made me expend less money. If I go see the racers in the top divisions, let's see if let's see by cost of race. So this, well, 1 million, but some drivers are very expensive. This is expensive, but yeah, we have some of the drivers more cheap in the world. We have drivers that right now are on these positions. That's okay, and we are doing well because our plan is to make money. um, and yes, some impacts on overtaking and marketability. This is important for the sponsors. So each one of the driver stats. So braking is how late a driver can brake a corner and whether they are going to be able to lock up the tires. If they have a trait that is very low, they will I don't say it's destroy, but how it's the word, uh, they will lock up the tires, so the tire will lost some of their stats, and instead of having a good tire, I need to go to the pit stop and stop to change my tires, so it's bad. So it's not great 12, but it worked out so far, so it's okay. Cornering, it's this impacts the speed of the accuracy that the drive can do. The cornings in the lane, and the accuracy of hitting the racing lines. So it's quite important. He has 20. They cannot improve anymore. Smoothness, I have to say this, probably is one of the most important assets to have. It impairs the tire wear rates. So if in this case you have a level very high, the tire conditions last longer. If I compare with my other driver, he has 9. Most of the races with the same tire, he lasts probably 3 laps less or 2 laps less, and it's the worst. This is quite important if you want a tire that the pilot could drive faster. It's quite important to have a very level and smoothness. Overtaking is passing the impacts of overtaking other drivers in the lane, and I have to say this is also good. I have been able to overtaking a lot of drivers in these 2 years that I haven't have with here. Consistency is how this driver could do laps after lap in the consistency level. So if he had a very low level, yes, he could make a great lap, but maybe in the next lap he would make a very low, how we say, a very low, a very bad lap. The times will change or in the time. So I could over this. Just if you want to see, impacts how late the driver brakes for the corner. Yeah, cornering, the accuracy of hitting a racing line. Smoothness to keep the tires in better conditions. This is probably one of, I really don't know how fat, how is the effect on this one. Able to jump in the car and feel at home. This influences the driver confidence with the car when they are very set up and part change being made. I cannot say. This one I'm still not on the fence in what does it. Fitness is in the performance that the driver gets in the late stages of the oh my god, what I'm saying about the event he's having in the the last laps, if he has a good fitness, his performance is going to do well. But if the driver performance if the level was very low, the performance would decrease a lot in the later stages of the race. The feedback is for determining the perfect setup for the car in practice. It's quite important, and also gives some increases the experience you could gain for racing and the tires for that race. And focus, it's that reduce the chances of making a mistake, especially on crash. If I go to the other 13, but I have to say this guy crashes more times than that Rodriguez. And why do I have this guy? Because one of his permanent traits is a paid driver. So in this Formula 1, he pays almost 1 million. In the Asian Pacific Super Cup, he pays $500,000, and in the European Series, a paid driver pays $250,000. It's always increase and decrease conforming the division the driver is. So if I hired him in the beginning of the European Series and bring him until the World Championship, he would always pay this amount, $1 million. So it makes me a lot of money. This is my reserve driver. I'm just improving so far. I'm not driving with him. If you could see, age can influence, and like braking is 2.36, but cornering is 3.3. So it difference. I cannot say if one set is going to improve more or another is less. Also, with some of the upgrades we have already made, we gain more stats. So one of the stuffs that I want to build my improvements was also to improve our drivers. Also, each driver has some stars. So this one already max 4 stars. This is also 4 stars, but still didn't max, has some potential to improve. This is almost 5 stars and still is in the 3rd star. It says it's improving, but it's lying to us. It's not improving. When a driver reaches the max on the start, it doesn't improve anymore. So if I continue with this driver, and I will not continue with this driver because they are better and I need a 5-star driver, and I reach all my stars fullest, it's not going to improve. So I have to make a choice. So do I trade him for another driver? And it makes sense. So I think about drivers, it's all. This is improving, but it's going to take. This is about the it's not this one, it's this one, this permanent, that is reducing the smoothness of his driver. And this doesn't have any traits so far, but maybe in the future. So stuff, this is my designer. Designers have improvements on some of the sets on each part of the car. So engines, brakes, gearbox, the rear wing and the front wing, and the suspension. So I hired Hannah. in the European series, because in the European the front wings and the rear wings, it's you cannot change, so it's all the same for all the teams. So I bring this one. I have to recommend her to anyone who starts the series in the beginning. I'm not paying that much. I'm not going to renew her in the end of the season because she has maxed out and she's not improving, and the front wings and the rear wings, um, she has great stats, but um, I need better, and they are better in the market. Also, there are some known components that she could give to each part that she builds. This is it's not that important. It's changed from lead designer from lead designers. It's now some have already the 5. Some say that you could develop another component here in the future. I don't know if the potential, because she already reached the potential, if this is unlocked or not, but so far in the 3 seasons she didn't unlock, so I cannot say. So what does the let's do the designer. Oh, I couldn't show, so I could show the part that in the news this part was banned. I cannot use this part anymore. It's a rear wing, so I'm going to design a new rear wing. Just show you the effects of the lead designer. So I'm going already with the risk level 1. If I put level risks, this part could get a penalty, and this part could be banned like it was in the previous how I showed before. This improves the 15 by the component and gives a 25 potential of improving its performance in the future if I put my mechanics to work. I could do, let's see, this increase 20 and more potential. I could put one of this. It allows me. What I need is one green and blue. Here I could put this one, and it will be okay. Now I could put one green, white, blue, and dark blue. And let's see, this increase 40 risk. I don't want. I already have one. Don't want to increase more. I think I'm going to build this one, and I'm going to show all the numbers to you. So 35 is because I'm increasing in 20 in this one, high speed corners plus 20, and 15 this one, and 10 in the designer because its stat is 10 for the rear wings, and this is the max plus 25 and 15 and 40, so it improves from the base how the stat could improve a bit more. Reliability is the chance that this part is going to drop and get it fails, so it's important to have a good reliability, maybe 80%, and the part doesn't broke. I know 25 is very low, but we will improve in the future, and this part probably is not going to be able, yeah, just 2 days after the race on Sydney, that I'm going to start building this part. Spend some money, but we need to spend money to make money. And drivers, and yeah, let's continue. And car was repaired. After a race, the car it needs to be repaired. So I could see my main driver 85, 83 and 82, so it's okay. I don't need to improve. And the factory had just finished, something that I really want for a long time. So yeah, and improves. In the last was between 0 and 20, now it's between 0 and 30. So it did improve a bit. So this part is missing. Let's just fix something to him, like it's this one. Okay, let's improve. Let's put not this one. Okay. Okay. So how this works? How this our mechanics are going to work in these parts. So it's a bit complex, but I'm going to explain. Need to go to the staff details. So each one of have some staffs. So you have 19 for performance and 9 for reliability, and the other one is 14, 19. Yeah, the stats in this case are not great, and by the end of the season I'm not going to renew with her, because it's quite important to have one with a good performance, and both right now are, and another with a very high reliability in the level. So because when I go to my car, for each point, like if I go to this, for each point oh, let me see something. Wait. Details, performance review. Yep. Yep, performance. Yeah. Yeah, because she has 19 in performance, I could change both to her 19. For each 2 points she have, increase 0.1 point per day. So it doesn't matter what I'm going to choose, but it makes more sense to choose her to make, because he has a better stat on reliability. In this case it's 0.7 because he has 14 in his stats, so he gains a 0.1% for 2 points he has on his stat. So as I'm going to say, reliability, a good mechanic, good reliability and good with performance, and you are okay for the future. Also, this is improving. In the beginning of the season, I recommend you to put the improving the reliability in your car, because it's more usual that the car is going to break um, in the beginning of the season you see a lot of cars breaking because they are not very good, but by the end of the season it's not the stuff. The cars are quite good. So I fixed some parts. I could put fix with worse parts and angry my drivers in even more, but doesn't make sense. Right now he's mad because the car is bad. He also thinks the car is bad, but he likes that I'm giving the best parts. But it's just here for the money. This is giving me the points, so it makes sense. Stuff. Also, some details on the race mechanics. This are for the race part. This is for the non-race part. So I already explained the reliability and the performance. This is to improve the parts. Chemistry is between the stat that improves the relation with the driver. I have to say, not that important, and the only stuff that does is unlock this stuff. Yeah, I could show you the other driver and show that it's quite different. So it's not always the same one. I have to say this, but the position, the first level is quite different from this one. I don't know why. The part on the parts of the race. So concentration is the like of this race mechanic to the team in the pit stop making mistakes, so they have a lot of concentration, so it's unlikely they are going to make some mistakes. Part fixes is in case I need to change something in the pit of a rear wing, an engine, something. It's going to take more time with this one. And pit stops, if in case of changing tires and fuel, the pit stop is quite high. Good. Over just to show each stat, and you could stop if you want. So good mechanics, recommend you good levels on this. I don't mind on this one because the performance of my car right now is quite high, so I normally don't need to fix any parts in the end of the in any pit stop, but it's always good to have good levels. I think this one is a good one if you want in the beginning of the season. Reliability and performance, one good mechanic on performance and another with reliability. Scouting, I could show you some drivers, favorites. So these are some drivers that I want, like this is, no, it's not this one. It's this one. This is Verstappen, has a great start. I needed to compete with him in the end of the Asian Pacific, and I could approach him and try to bring to my team. I'm going to maybe try, but he hates team orders, so it's some stuffs of drive traits are bad, but you never cannot say. Also, this guy has good, is an employment. Maybe I'm going to try this one. Is more cheap to buy some drivers that are not employment, but probably I want one of this with 5 stars, or to at least 5 potential 5 stars. The others is if I could over with everyone, these are paid drivers. Also with the guy I already have. If you want a paid driver, I recommend you to bring these drivers to your team. Not the best, some, I have to say, probably the first two I show and the guy I already have are the best drivers. But if you want to make just money and improve your team, I think these are the guys you need to bring to your team. Finances, nothing very important to say, but some of the money that we invest is for the next season. Also, we're going to gain some bonus by the end, prize money by the end of the season. We are not very well ranking, but we will gain some points. This is our championship so far. If you see, Rodriguez is in 11th place. I made some early points in the first races because the other cars weren't that great. The mid-season was tough, and now we are improving our car and we're gaining some points by right now. And Vettel he makes always one lap almost in every pilot. It's not even fair so far. I could change, but it doesn't make sense because the money I save I could invest. So I have sponsors, but I'm going to wait for the season for even just before the race starts. Cars are repaired. I'm going to move. Also, we have some political votes. This change the rules. The rules could change each season. For instance, the one of the rules that is going to change, the Grand Prix in Rio de Janeiro, is going to be removed. It is going to be one less Grand Prix for the next year. Can't do anything. I could vote, but they vote against me, so it's okay. There are a lot of rules that could change, but I think it's fun because each season it's a bit different. I need to respond. Driver aids allowed. So let's see what is the current rule right now. Drivers cannot use technology improvements increasing the impact of the driver's skill. Okay. So this doesn't gives our drivers not to improve how they are improving with the telemetry center for consistency. So let's see who is against, who is forward. So I think was that make technology improvements, decreasing the impact of driver's skill. So because I have a very bad driver, not a very bad driver. My drivers are not that good as the other teams, but I will get a good driver. This rule would benefit me, but I already bribed. Yeah, I gained some teams. One team bribed me, so I received money, so it's okay. We'll skip to the end. Some teams know stuff and could bribe, and was rejected. It was a tie but the GM vote for reject the rule, so doesn't not be implemented in the next season. So it's the same. I could stop. And also I also recommend you to stop, go watch and change some stuff. Like right now I think 84 is quite didn't I forgot to change, so I'm going to change. Yeah, I need just want to leave this one. Could change, see if the performance is improving, the reliability change, because it's always going to increase. Okay, and just to end the video, so our marketability is quite high. We have the sponsor appeal of 5 stars. I have to say, in the beginning of the season was just 1 star, so it's quite high, quite difficult. So we have 3 sponsors. You don't get more, and I think it makes sense to get one at least, because it's going to take 2 races to disappear. I'm not going to make any first place, but this one pays 2 million upfront. This doesn't pay, and this is quite low, so it makes sense. For 4 races I receive 2 million upfront, and in a future race I could put this bonus in effective, but I will not make it because I can't do first place. Let's see this one. So one is for Football Manager. These are the team that made Football Manager, if you like the game. 7th place right now is quite difficult to us. 10th, I'm making it, but let's see. 4 races. 4 races is 1,600,000. This pays this exactly the same, but if I make 7th place, receive that money. If I finish, I need to finish in 3 times in 10th place to gain more money. But I'm going to take this offer because the season is almost ending, and it's possible that in the beginning of the next season we will see there are 3 races, but the first race of the season, just maybe I could make a 7th place. And this is the this is the sponsors, just in 2 races. This is for race bonus that I will decide in the race. This is for a fixed bonus that I receive some for each race that I do. This is 500,000, 400 and 600. It's quite high, and some give some upfront. This is 3 million. That was too very much. I like it. A factory improve, better factory, and I think our brakes is almost built. But if I go see, or our factory is right now 3rd. We've improved. Some of these teams are worse, so we are improving our team. So what did I miss? I think I said all so far. Yep. Teams, drivers, cars. Yeah, I think it's all. Could also show some of the best, my favorite designers that I'm playing for the next season, and race mechanics that I'm playing. Like this one is a monster, but it costs a lot of money, and money is something that I need to preserve. Scout, go scout a lot. Don't waste your time not scouting, because after you scout, if I could, the drivers. Even if I want to scout him again, I can't. There's no option, so I could follow the improvement he has, and each driver, I have to say, some scouting drivers all like H, and these two are 18, 1 smoothness 1.27, and this one is 142. So you're going to see age something, but it difference between drivers. It's always different levels, and you cannot say that that one is going to improve more than the other. Also with the designers and the mechanics, it's always different. I was trying to look for one guy. I think it was this one. This would be a monster, but he already reached his potential. So increase 8 point. So far it was the guy that increased more, but the reality is he's not increasing because his potential already reached the max. Because I could approach. Some say wages are not important. Some say prefer long contract. But this is something that I'm going to show you in a video for the preseason. And for now, I think it's all done. And yep, it's all done. I hope you enjoyed this long first part of tips. And the next part is about racing in the Sydney, in this case Sydney, and the other video is about the preseason. So I hope you enjoyed this first part, and I see you next time. Thanks for watching.